Anin, Makade Benisain Shnakas, Migazidodem. Hi, it's Jaime here, and I am doing a video today about um, the stages of grief and how it kind of relates to our situation and how we might be actually coping and working through our experience with COVID. So I thought I'd start with a smudge, talk a little bit, and then share a song. I'll just lit up a juniper stick. Some for you. I gotta remember that I'm not in this alone. I am with my family, and that it's not just me who's going through this. Everyone's struggling. And our behaviors are actually reflecting a lot of what we're feeling, what we're going through. And so the stages of grief, you don't move through them in a straight line. You kind of go back and forth, and imagine that how difficult it is if you're in one stage and somebody else that your friend is in a different stage. Sometimes it's hard to see the other person's perspective on something. Sometimes it's challenging to think of when we were at that stage or when we were at that point. So one of the most common responses to a significant change can be denial. If we avoid dealing with the situation, we avoid dealing with those uncomfortable feelings that make our stomachs kind of turn and flip-flop, that makes us uncomfortable with the situation. And we avoid the confusion that those feelings bring up within us when we're in denial. And a lot of that is fear-based. So that would be one of the stages. And some of the behaviors that we exhibit are based on that during that time. Sometimes people respond very quickly to anger, and that's, they become frustrated easily, or they're highly irritable, and they have a lot of anxiety and a lot of anxiety-driven behaviors. And unfortunately, we do take it out on the people closest to us. So it's those are the ones who will usually see it the most. But it also comes out, sometimes we're snappy with a coworker or people that we work with, for example. And it's a lot of the times it's convenience because you're frustrated in that moment and you just want to lash out and be like, "Rawr!" That's that anger piece. Sometimes we move into depression pretty quickly. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, that you're helpless in the situation. You can't do anything to help yourself through it per se. But sometimes that depression comes up as hostility. You push people away and you're like, "Don't be near me at this time. I just don't want to be around anybody." And sometimes that's reflecting those the feelings that depression sometimes brings up. There's bargaining. Really, it's a struggle to find meaning in everything that's happening, because there's so much change that's happened, with COVID, to really struggle to find your place in the world again, and to find that meaningful balance of work, for example. Maybe it's reaching out to others and you're trying to find people who feel the same way as you. It's almost like you're explaining your situation and how you're feeling, and you're looking for people to side with you to validate your feelings. That's all part of bargaining. And then there's acceptance. You start exploring new options and making new plans, accommodating for changes that have to be made, and also moving on. We can be at any point and go back and forth until we finally get to that point of moving to acceptance. And so that becomes kind of challenging, especially when we're seeing other people's behaviors. And we shouldn't assume that they're in one stage or another, but asking how they're doing and how can you help them to be well, to feel well and such, to share that kindness, to show them that kindness, would be very much, I think, thoughtful and appreciated at this point in time. So that's a little bit about grief and thinking about our situation now, because COVID has changed a whole lot of things, the way we interact with people, the way we do our work, and for some of us has changed our employment altogether. It means a lot of change, big changes for a lot of people, and it's not always easy to go through that. So if you have people that you rely on to talk to help you through hard times, reach out to them, because what if they're having a hard time too? You know, you can hear each other and be together, and social distancing all considered, but to really share your experience with someone else and to hear their experience. I had a chance to hear someone's experience, and it made me pretty sad. I don't feel like there's, other than really avoiding the grocery store or avoiding very public places, for example, which was never really hard for me to begin with, I haven't changed a whole lot in my routine. I still go out to the bush to pick medicines, but when I do go out, and if I'm out with a friend, we make sure that we're, have a bit of physical distance between us. We're taking 2 vehicles, for example. So it's not huge changes, I wouldn't say significantly impacting my behaviors per se, other than when I go to the grocery store, I make sure I sanitize my hands before I go in. I don't touch my phone, I don't touch my face as much as absolutely possible. And then I get in, I get out. I get what I need as fast as I can, get through the checkouts and get out of there. And then I'm spending more time at home. So I've been reaching out more through social media, for example, or just calling people and, hey, what's going on? How you doing? And we'll share that way. So that's been very helpful. And I encourage you to reach out to your friends and do the same. So I wanted to share a song that I had learned. My friend Lillian taught me, and she learned from Gladys. So, and even then, when I was sharing this song earlier today, another friend, Cheyenne, she said, I sing it a little bit differently than you do, and I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to mess you up. And I thought that was pretty nice. She was trying to consider my feelings, and how she said it made sense. And so for that, I appreciate that. I will share the song, how I learned it, from my friend Lillian. And if anybody wants to chime in and say, this is what I learned, and to share that, that'd be fantastic. So I'm going to use a rattle, because I tried using the drum. I found it was just way too loud. I don't have a fantastic microphone per se. I'm just using my phone to record my videos, and it picks up everything. So I want to just be mindful and not make the rattle overshadow the singing for the song. So this is a wolf song, and here we go. Way hey ya, way hey oh, Yahweh, 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 hey oh, Ugima mayangan, bindagen oma, Yahweh, 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 hey oh. Way hey ya, way hey ya, hey yo, Yahweh, 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 hey, hey, yo. Ugima maingan, again, Uma. Yahweh, 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 hey, hey, yo. Way, hey, hey, way, hey, hey, yo. Yahweh, 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 way, hey, hey, yo. Ugima maingan, again, Huma. Yahweh, way, hey, Yahweh, hey, hey, yo. Way, hey, hey, way, hey, hey, yo. Yahweh, Yahweh, way, Yahweh, hey, hey, yo. Ugima maingan, again, Huma. Yahweh, Yahweh, way, Yahweh, hey, hey, yo. So that was a wolf song, and whenever we heard it, it made us think of someone who was crying and just really grieving the loss of someone or something in their lives. And it's okay to feel frustrated or angry, to avoid those feelings for a little while. They will come to pass, and eventually you'll get to the point of making new plans and to just think of, well, I want to do this. How can I do that and still stay healthy and stuff? And just get to the point of moving on. Eventually it'll come. And I really hope that you find someone to help you through, and don't push people too far away, so far that they can't come back in. It's okay to say, I don't want to be projecting my feelings on you, but pull them back in closer. Hey, those are your friends and they'll help you through this. So Jaime, for spending a few minutes with me and hearing what I had to say. I hope that it found meaning for you. Jaime, good night.